I would blame a couple of areas, one of them being COVID shutdowns, which have definitely disrupted a lot of way, the supply chain, how they work and operate. Second of them obviously is, the continuous war that's happening in Europe, Ukraine and Russia. And I think the overall inflation has been higher anyways, right? We just realize it with the gas, which we fill every day. But if you look at overall inflation prices, they have gone much higher, for commodities, for food, for groceries. How much higher are you talking about? There has to be a cap to that. How long are you talking about? If this is going to be the way of life, this is going to be really hard. Would I be getting higher paycheck? Would be a question I would be asking, right? Because it disrupts the whole budget. So,
well, at this point, it's a combination. But the thing I'm most concerned with is that we are no longer energy independent. And Biden's executive orders at the beginning of this term are a major contributor to the higher gas prices we're experiencing at this time. I support the ban on importation that Congress is currently considering. I've not seen the full details of it, but it does not need to lead to higher gas prices if we were to continue to produce in the U.S. as we can do.
I think most people need to realize that what's happening right now is out of the hands of whoever might be in office. These are global market forces that are playing into the price of crude oil and with it, the price of gasoline. There's a long time before the election. A lot can happen between then and now. But we've got more forces, I think, in place to send prices higher, particularly as we start to switch over to summer blends of gasoline that are more expensive to refine and distribute.
We're banning all imports of Russian oil and gas and energy.
And that honestly is more symbolic than anything else. We don't import much oil from Russia, and it would make some difference, but honestly, not much. On the other hand, Russia is the world's second largest exporter of oil. If we entirely embargoed Russian oil, the global price of oil would increase significantly, and that would then flow into U.S. gas prices and diesel prices. I mean, a lot of it depends on what happens in the war, and honestly, I wish I was more optimistic. Another move that I expect to see more of in the future is release of strategic stocks, both from the United States and from other countries that hold them. In the short term, that's the way to help keep prices down. But in the long term, if we continue to see the war effort from President Putin, it's a difficult situation.